What is up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back to another episode of TV Talk, WandaVision, episode 3. Um,
Glad you decided on one hand.
yeah, I was like, oh, I don't want to mess that up. It's not episode 6. Whatever, I'm tired.
All good.
My name's Luke, and joining me is Mr. Tyler.
My name is Mr. Tyler, and as always, the beautiful Brett Eitzen is in the panel.
Hey, thank you. You're in a panel too. Tyler's a little jumpy today, but I'll just blame internet in general for that. It's kind of fun to watch, Tyler, just because it's like, where is he going to be next? There's no predicting your movements.
What if I just don't move ever,
Then
and I only
there
talk?
would be nothing other than your mouth to indicate something's different.
I'm gonna try to Drax here.
Well, what if when you were frozen, you actually jumped back slightly in time and reset the moment? And is that too much too soon? Yeah, we're talking about WandaVision, episode 3. And we're going to go, this is kind of our spoiler chat, episode of TV Talk, where we dissect what happened in this week's episode. Sorry, Tyler, I love it. Yeah, so what did you guys think? I think this one was just called In Color?
Now in color,
Now
or
in
something
color.
like that. Yeah.
Yep.
What year are we at? 60s? 70s? 70s. We're in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's late 60s, early 70s, maybe.
I loved it. I'm glad we're now in color. I think after this week, it makes way more sense why they did last week in 2 episodes. Because I think this episode kind of kicks off everything else. Like, I think the first 2 episodes are really just to get you used to the idea of what's going on. And now we're like, okay, it's time to speed it up and turn it to 11. And I feel like that's what we did this week. And I'm excited to pick it apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was surprised how quick Vision was just like, something's not right here. And then she just resets it real quick. Yeah, I really liked it too. I thought it was a really good episode, but I think it was really saved by like the last 5 minutes just being really, really intriguing about the future.
Yeah, they turned it up to 11 for sure
Mhm.
in the last few minutes.
Yeah, the first, 20 minutes or so was pretty good continuation of what we got last week, where there's some oddities.
Mhm.
Things obviously aren't quite right, but we're just getting to enjoy these characters kind of riffing off of each other. And then, yeah, like you guys were saying, the conversation that Vision has with the neighbors, the conversation Wanda has in the house, and then the reveal at the end that this place, what's it called?
Westview.
Westview is like a clearly physical, real place, and there's something really messed up about it.
She's
I feel like they're
showing them kind of, it looks like to me, but it's like the opposite where Truman might be in control.
Yeah, it's like an inverted Truman Show almost.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of like, when is because they have the commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when is the commercial going to be for the barf thing?
Oh.
Because that's what it is. Or
Mhm.
somehow is using that. But before we dive too deep, I kind of wanted to say this. I think this is some of the best stuff Marvel's done. I think they're really stepping out on a ledge here, and I just want to commend them for that. It's the least cookie cutter thing they've done, and I'm really loving it. I just love this whole idea that they're playing with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. It's a lot different from anything they've ever done, and so far it's worked out really well.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I was not expecting, you know, kind of that Marvel Netflix style of show, but this is so very different than that and or anything we've gotten in the MCU itself, that it kind of has taken me back a little bit. Like, oh, okay, but again, I just think the cast, those two leads playing off each other, and the supporting cast has all worked really well, and you know, add in a little intrigue with what is happening. And I think maybe my only gripe so far has been like, oh, I kind of wish I could binge it, but
Yeah, I'm not much of a binge watcher, but I would have loved to have been able to binge watch this. I think this episode, the biggest question it makes me raise is, all of the supporting characters, are they in on it, or do they know and they just can't say anything because she's controlling them? Because like obviously we get is her name Geraldine?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's very obviously like in control of her own words and choices. But then like Catherine Hahn's character felt like she couldn't say anything. So it's like how do they fit into this puzzle? And I feel like we'll figure it out, but I'm glad that we're starting to kind of see how that's taking shape.
Yeah, my kind of current theory that I'm you know, wrestling with, it seems like there's because of the interactions, I'm wondering if Wanda has essentially taken a town hostage and is doing this thing. They all are obviously, they're aware, but they can't do anything. You know, maybe we'll get some sort of reveal that they've tried to do something and Wanda, just because she's that powerful, she just rewinds it and, you know, prevents anything from being revealed to Vision. And now, what is it? SWORD is the organization that Geraldine is with the little necklace, is infiltrating, or at least trying to infiltrate in some way. Because there's certainly at the end of the episode when they pan out and reveal that like there's like tanks and stuff all around this town. So it's either some sort of containment for like to keep Wanda from hurting the outside world, and they're, you know, like keeping her in, or she's keeping everyone else in. I'm just not sure who's locked in with who at this point.
Yeah, I kind of love that idea. I'm not gonna lie. I also give me the 5-minute shorts of everyone they've tried to send in to infiltrate Wanda's world she's created.
Yeah.
And how they've all just been wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really curious how many, like, because the Geraldine is Monica Rambeau.
Mm-hmm.
How many superheroes are in this thing?
Yeah, like we're supposed to
Right.
get so many other cameos. Like I can't remember her name. It's whoever Kat Dennings played in the Thor movies.
Oh
Is
yeah.
in the show too. Like, are they gonna send her in, or is she living there? I don't know. And like, what all these other little connections that are gonna keep kind of to pull her out, or pull, I guess, all these other people out. Because I always kind of assumed that somebody was gonna be like a villain, and it still could be that. But honestly, from this episode, the vibe was that Wanda was the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I thought they did a really good job of doing that. Like with the evil smile she had, and kind of at the end.
Well, I think that's a really interesting.
Right after she chucks Geraldine out the window.
through, but yeah. But I think you're right, Luke. I think that's a really interesting thing to do in the Marvel universe, which is play with the idea of like, oh, like maybe we don't just have a figurehead big bad that we get to go punch. That's kind of classic Marvel, what they've been doing. It's worked, but what if our demons are inside of us? How do you resolve those conflicts? And I think a 30-minute, 8-episode TV show is the perfect place to experiment with that.
Is Marvel finally taking a serious theme and using it?
We'll see.
How exciting.
See.
I gotta say, I think my favorite part of the entire episode, though, was in those last 5 minutes, right after Tommy and Billy are born, and Wanda's looking down at him, and she's like, "I am a twin."
Oh.
And she starts talking about Pietro, Quicksilver, and I was just like, "Wow, no reference of him since Age of Ultron."
Yeah.
It's been a long time, and I thought it hit really well.
And I may be wrong here, but isn't Evan Peters rumored for Multiverse of Madness?
I haven't heard anything, but that'd be
that would be wild.
I feel like I've seen some things about him being rumored for something in the MCU. So yeah, no, it could get weird. I don't know. When we talk about other characters, Paul Bettany had kind of made a comment that he gets to work with someone he's never worked with, and I think we've talked about this before. But watching the recap for the first 2 episodes that it played before the 3rd episode, they use the word strange a lot. They say strange so often. So I feel like it's pretty heavy-handed. We know he's showing up. I mean, we know this leads right into his movie, but in what capacity? I'm one who's going to be able to get Wanda to break from this, or he's going to have to fight her.
That would be really interesting. I kind of want to save that for a big screen, but that would be fun. Strange is fighting in his.
Hey man, this is the big screen right now.
That's true. That's true. So,
just will they use Mysterio now, or will they save him for later for the movie? That's really the big question, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's his tech. That's how they're doing this.
There were those. I mean,
I'm guessing he's involved somehow.
There were those, and I couldn't tell if it was. It's hard to tell what anything is just off of a few seconds of footage, but there did seem to be those giant pillars on the outside of town, and it's one of those things. I don't know if they're creating a force field type thing, or are they holding a force field at bay? Are they projecting? Are they doing the projection thingy? Who knows at this point?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
This episode just raises the speculation bar so much higher, and I think that's one of my favorite things about this being a weekly show, though, is that like you finish the episode and all you can do is think of all these weird theories and where the show could go and where you hope it goes, and just makes it a lot of fun, and it makes doing these episodes a ton of fun too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, agreed.
Yep,
agreed. Anything we hope we're gonna see next week?
I'm ready for Randall Park show up. Give me some Jimmy Woo, man. I'm just excited for him. I love that guy.
I'm hoping next week is the Halloween episode and we get to see their classic costumes that was teased in the trailers.
I'm really excited for that episode. I have a feeling that one. I just have a feeling that one's maybe the penultimate.
I just think I guess I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to see what their house looks like next week.
Oh yeah, what let's see. That's
their
a
house
fun
was
game
huge,
to play.
I felt like this week.
Dude, it looked like the Brady Bunch.
So yeah, that was kind of my first thought too. Was like, oh, this is like Brady Bunch theme, but obviously there's only the 2, now 4 of them, I guess. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what are we ever gonna get, like how contemporary are we gonna get with these TV references. Are we
Yeah.
Are we topping out near Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or are we moving all the way up into like reality
that
TV?
would be amazing.
I don't know.
Keeping up with the Maximums.
Oh, no, don't do it.
Yeah. I'm excited. The reason I'm most excited for the Halloween episode is because they'll actually walk around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because really, we've only had the house as a set, and we've had the magic show area, and then the library. Like, what's the rest of these houses look like? What does the town look like? I'm just curious to see what Wanda's mind has created.
Curious for just a little more sneak peeks at the answers. I guess I don't want everything revealed right away, but just need a little smidgen of an answer.
They've been doing a good job, I feel like, of
they've been doing really good.
Giving us a crumb, but making sure that like that crumb leads somewhere else. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm pretty excited about this, and again, I think my only con right now is I just wish I could binge it, but maybe that's because we've been in a Marvel drought for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Those credits play, it feels so good.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching this video. You can catch our full live show Monday nights over on Twitch, twitch.tv/whatthefanboy. Obviously, you can just go through the rest of our YouTube channel, find some other fun stuff to watch, or head over to whatthefanboy.com and you can download our podcast over there. So until next week, this has been TV Talk. We'll see you guys.